Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. Renegade there, the man not afraid, man of the wilderness. Keep it real and honest for you know, tabloid. Alright, so today, three different things we are dealing with you know, one time. Andrew Holness. Alright, so there are show now the danger where Andrew them put Jamaica you know, because Andrew them really sell out Jamaica you know, and put the country in a danger. To the Chinese, no to be about it. Because there is no way you borrow a loan. You borrow a loan from a bank. And then the bank find people come send, come work. Don't give them the money. Go back with all the money, then you owe the bank. That will be a nice idea. Yeah? Them not give the money. Them come and send them workforce. And then you owe them. And if anything, them can seize your things. And what make it worse with Jamaican government now, you give them concession, 50-year concession. You give them the most land, them a live better than, and them seize everything right now. Everything. So we're going to draw for that and show now. I'm in America because I remember it's like a Cold War fight right now. And them see it. China, I'll send them dominance around the world, you know. And everything you have, some people get up and say, America, as I said before, when it comes to this issue, I will not give away the West for nothing. We're not going to the West. See, we have better sense than that, yeah, man. Evelyn, Lindsay. We have better sense than that. See? So we're going at this and show them a little thing pandit where I say skit. Yeah, man. You see me I say songs, where I say. Song, you good? Yeah, man. Big up the whole of London, man. Whole of London. Which part of London? East? West? Where? Yes. All right. Big up the whole of London. All right. So we are going at that. And next thing, the price them go up in Jamaica so high. Them have a thing named shrinkflation. I have to show you about that too, you know. South London, because all of South London. Yeah. Fluctuation. I have to show you about it, you know. Yeah. I have to show them about this because the man them are small up the package, party less, meat and not less stuff in everything less, but more money to go up. Yeah, man. Big up the whole of Peckham, man. No Peckham, man. Peckham Raya, you're there, Peckham itself. You're there near G vibes. Eh? Yeah, man. No Peckham. Yeah, man. No your place, you know. Man, the wilderness, no places. Go places and no places. Yeah? Yeah, man. So I'm going to show you that too. And next thing too, Andrew, I'm going to know say you have to fix the road. It a cost like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I'll pick up the whole story. And just if I fix the whole road, that costs like 7 trillion, yeah? Because it's around 250 million per kilometer. Now we have around nearly 28,000 kilometers. I mean, I'm talking about 21, like 27 enough, like 28,000 kilometers. So when I go around and cut a little ribbon, you know, fix, you just have to fix a couple kilometers. It don't mean nothing to me, you know. Because you don't have the money to fix that. So now for you have on the road, stay so it a turn so and turn back that for a long time. The man should have gone and repair from long time for 10 years. But to make it stay and get worse. So that will not fix. It will not fix. So I'm gonna tell you something and then him tell you something else. But I could just start and go straight to what going in a Jamaica. I want to look upon this keenly. Watch out.
They invested. No army, no.
Start back.
They didn't invade, they invested. No army, no warning, just concrete, contracts and quiet. First it was the roads, then the buildings, then the cars, the houses, the ports, the land. All of it signed away piece by piece. Most never noticed.
Most never noticed, signed away piece by piece. What?
While the population focused on survival, the terms were being set. While the country waited on progress, the future was quietly sold. This...
Not my word. I Andrew them. Because you start from road, but Andrew extend this to everything else. For him survive and not the people there.
Isn't fiction. This is Jamaica. This is now. Inside the Caribbean, the China Files. A 9-part investigation into influence, ownership and the slow disappearance of control. Not by force, but by design.
By design. Silent And Andrew aiding and betting this. No, not to worry about it, you know. Me like show these things, you know, not to worry about it. Continue.
It began with a handshake in 1972.
You want to look, you know, handshake 90, but look where did that one? 72.
Michael Manley's administration officially established diplomatic ties between Jamaica and the People's Republic of China.
So this was Michael officially talk to everybody. Look, but look what he never do.
At the time, the move was seen as bold. Jamaica, a small post-colonial state, aligning itself with a rising communist power in the middle of the Cold War. In the beginning, it was ceremonial, cultural.
Yeah, let me just tell them from now, because they have some of them then very done. In the beginning, it was like ceremonial. Come on, they make friends with everybody. Now follow you. Ceremonial. That means I like them, I do nothing there in the beginning. Shake them and meet them too. You know, I tell me I can't talk to the money and talk to this and talk to that, okay? All right, let me continue. Ceremonial.
Exchanges, the odd trade agreement, mutual respect. China was far away and felt even further. But by the 2000s, that relationship had matured and things started moving faster than anyone expected. Highway 2000 was the first wake-up call, a massive multi-million-dollar project funded and built by Chinese state-owned firms. The Jamaican public saw smoother roads, faster commutes and new bridges.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right. Let me see what I'm going to run now. So this is Highway 2000. Yeah. That was Highway 2000. Right? All right. Let me take up this, yeah. Let me take up this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take up this. All right. So that was Highway 2000. All right. But yeah, look where I change now. Let me just show them where I change now. Go up here, sir. All right.
What they didn't see was the fine print. A decades-long concession agreement, Chinese management of toll roads, and repayment terms tied to foreign debt. At first, it seemed like development. But who was really benefiting? Chinese construction companies imported their own labor, often with language barriers and cultural walls that kept them isolated.
Yeah, and that's right. Language barrier and them cultural wall kept them isolated. So you assign a contract. And when you sign the contract, you make them carry. And the first me ever see this. With Chinese contract or Chinese money where them are letting you. Them carry all them workers come in. And you allow that. Carrying them thing duty free and do the work. So really them not get the money, you know. Them come work and then you owe them. Them tell you where value them and lend you the money, but you have to give them the work. Remember them are part of IMF too, you know, by the way. That deal can be a good deal. So instead of you train up your people, you know, if you do all these things, but in the days whenever so much people are coming, different from the Cuba, they might have come build some other little things. See? You allow that to them. And then them not just take over this. Them take over everything in the West. Of course, US have to look. Canada have to look. The whole place have to look. Because if I want to block out now, Jamaica in trouble. Jamaica can't take a B-52 over them and drop anything over there. You understand? And Chinese interests are very closer to America. We know that. Yeah? And not just both because of this. Them they want the Goat Island people to reject that too. Yeah? Continue.
Local Jamaican workers were hired only in limited numbers.
I had only limited numbers, and that's true. That's true. Continue.
Mostly for lower paying roles.
Them know, you know. You see what about do? Them know. And this bad. But they don't want to have to pay back. Continue.
Meanwhile, Chinese companies brought their own engineers, their own materials, and even their own heavy equipment.
No, tell me now. Oh, that should be fear in yourself. No care talk about World Bank and IMF. You ever see them come with them own workers, them own every equipment and them own everything? You don't get the money. So when the project done, you owe them and you give them concession and them have to have this and that. and you say that's a good deal, we don't want a deal. In a little place like that, and then you flood the place. And then so you can get kickbacks, because Chinese them corrupted. Yeah, with kickbacks, you check them at Jamaica, and let me tell you. You can get the kickbacks. Them the mind do this. And you Holness, you have to do better than this. This have to stop. Because our people them not a good job, you know. Then little time them come for us one road. Them own the wholesale them already. Them own the restaurant them gone already. Them have the money business there where you go, them buy into that too. Them get it. Them have the store them. Them have the supermarket them. Them have the them gone in a car business too, you know. And you allow them in a car. Them in everything. Them gone on in a go, them a repair vehicle now. And we see them one Jamaican depend. Them cheaper or you send them in a Western car where them car fix. Even for them vehicle when you buy it, them not have no parts really. Say I've got to spend enough money. Cheaper, but on the long run, easier for broke down and then one bag of things. Yeah? Hear this. Hear this.
Money didn't circulate in Jamaica. It went back to China.
That's true. That's why we don't have nothing. Because if we send the people them and them get iron and it does go back. Remember, it never come. You think a joke? Look when them have demonstrate about money the other day, you know, so China's drawing back them money from down at the hospital. Say 6 months and up, you know, see them draw them in back, we don't chat too much, come. Eh? Continue.
By 2013, Chinese state-owned enterprises were involved in almost every major infrastructure project on the island, from the North-South Highway to government buildings, ports, and downtown Kingston revitalization plans. The loans kept flowing, so did the promises. At least $2.1 billion USD in financing from Chinese banks had been funneled into Jamaica between 2002 and 2020.
So, and them got more than that, more than 2 billion. Remember, 1 billion right now, you have to about 160 billion Jamaican. So, 2 billion over that, them got about 320 billion investment already. Yeah, we don't get out of them bank, all right, more than that.
And with every loan came a contract, a repayment plan, and often a stake in the project itself.
Half a stake in the project. You have your project. And you have to pay it back and you have to give them a stake in your project. And them have to build the project. And you don't get the money go back. The money never even come, it don't go, the money pretend it come. Yeah? And then you owe them and maybe them get all the WAF them having 48% stake in the WAF. Continue.
Then came the shift. The influence was no longer just about roads and buildings. It was creeping into the economy, trade, and even the daily lives of ordinary Jamaicans.
Remember, enough people not see this. Canada about just the road now and them thing there, but Andrew, you make them sit down and go in your daily life. You notice them and notice what you notice. Eh? All right, continue.
Walk into any wholesaler or plaza across Kingston or Montego Bay. The goods, predominantly Chinese imports. From hardware to household items, Chinese products dominate the shelves. Cheap, plentiful, and often lower in quality.
Lower in quality, it don't just look cheap and plentiful. So you buy some inferior things and take away your money. And I one way to, you know, you spend it there. Yeah, you spend it there. And I know some people not say this, because you have some idiot that put up some things, you know. Ooh, America, and China. Your family, you have never a family member born in the state. And Canada and the UK and thing, me tell you before. How much I want a family member in a China born over there. Yeah? When you don't realize when people hijack on the economy and take it over, I want to be there chatting on phone to don't see. And if you go one side, when you hear people attacking. Yeah? Them hijack everything and you give them this, you know. Because them never in that before. Know them in everything. Watch out. Yes.
Manufacturers can't compete on price. Many simply folded. At the ports, import data tells the story even clearer. China is now one of Jamaica's largest trading partners, with imports from China quadrupling between 2005 and 2020. But
quadrupling 2020, you know.
It's not a balanced trade. Jamaica exports very little back. This is a one-way economic street. China sells and Jamaica buys.
One way. And I like how them buy something from America, America buy back from China buy them they from Jamaica. What China buy from Jamaica? Let me see China trade to Jamaica. Hold on. Hold on there. Jamaica. Let me see the trade. Chinese trade. With Jamaica. Want to look on the trade. Let me see what Jamaica buy from China. All right. We have to enterprise directly invested over that and that and that. But China buy from Jamaica behind the trade. You know about behind the trade, China and Jamaica. China serve as a primary source of import on island. See, them are the source of import. You know, so what them do to Jamaica, you know, but them are the source. Between China and Jamaica exceed 1.4 billion. China serve as a primary source for import from the island, yeah, including cars, electric batteries, industries good, while Jamaica primarily export agricultural products. But China export like coffee. It now have no value of seafood. No, China full of that. So what am I telling you? If you look at the money, China, Jamaica don't really export, not China. The import what them do every year, I buy as a one-way streak. Yeah? Continue.
The automobile industry followed the same pattern. Brands like BYD, Changan and Great Wall Motors flooded the Jamaican market.
You know, I never see them vehicle yet, but them flood Jamaican market now. Cheaper.
They undercut the Japanese dominance by offering cheaper vehicles with flashy features. But the trade-off, spare parts are hard to find. Maintenance is limited to specific dealerships. When something goes wrong, owners are often stuck, with no option but to go back to the dealer and pay premium.
Yeah. So you buy a Chinese car now where you don't have the spare parts and you have to go back to them dealer and they are stuck. Them sell it because cheaper than it must show up. Chinese gone on in a car, you come board road. You shouldn't even let them in, but you come board road. You'd have trained up your people by this. But there is no way Jamaica not going nowhere, you know? You have government like down in Singapore and them things where them know them have to build them place up. But you can just buy a service one way and things say all right, and I give you your land. The man them have some them do everything in the place. Them not come in your hospital, them not run you, them just a multiply. And them they right 500 miles from mainland US. So them no mind. Anything broke out, can you notice you have some time? Them there, so all US have to do is carpet bomb Jamaica. But that's too bad because our family. Because them have to weed them out. Anything happen, them have to weed them out, but other people get caught up. We know another foolishness there. Can't sell out the country like this. Yeah, man. Our backside, everything gone. When Michael did that say, make keep a backside, it cause problem. No, them sell it to Chinese too. Continue.
2017, a government-backed plan surfaced to create a Chinatown district.
2017, Andrew didn't want to create Chinatown district downtown. No, they know that. See that, of course, to the people in the court against it, them didn't want to create a Chinatown district in a little town downtown. Yes, 2017. Play it back.
With no option but to go back to the dealer and pay premium. In 2017, a government-backed plan surfaced to create a Chinatown district in downtown Kingston. It was branded as a cultural initiative, a place for trade, food and community.
More culture initiative. This is what Andrew did that push. The people that reject it, you know, them did reject it. And them still up garden, you know, our garden that them still get 11 acres of it and put them Chinese statue and them sitting up there. Them monk and thing, yes. And says a gift to Jamaica. You couldn't say a gift to Jamaica and you put the things in our place. looking like you. That can't be a gift to Jamaica. We're not Chinese. You shouldn't do that. You think we could have come, you give a thing, I could have come bill in a China and say it's a gift to you know, and put over thing them and put one bag of thing in a under bex. It wouldn't work. No, but Andrew them do it, you know. Continue.
But the public response was swift and cold. Many Jamaicans felt it was tone deaf, another symbol of Chinese overreach, this time dressed up as multiculturalism. The plan was shelved. That did.
All that too. You know, say Kruger makes them running out. You have your independence. Jamaica independence means so much to Jamaican. The other day, Mr. China went out to Jamaica independence. China and South, them so disrespectful. You can't have your independence and run put it. When America have independence, you know, put them thing, you know. Them I tell you when them beat, when them get them independence from UK. You know, run put them independence and do what you want to do. You cannot do that. You know, so what people them have come from in the slavery. You know what people them got through. We're four sisters, we aren't sisters. You know what them got through. We're great grand people then. Yeah? And you have this and when you look Babsy, look here, China positive. Let me show you what I attack. You know, I'm not do tabloid. Let me show you this. Hold on. Look here. In Jamaica. All right. So in a Jamaica stadium independence, China, let me see it. 7 months. Let me see for this year. See? But anyway, I find it and I put it up. When we look China and them talking and think that that's a garbage this. You can't do Jamaica like this. This is Jamaica independence. You don't do that. So them that come with this situation people, you know, shelf it. Continue.
Didn't stop China, it just changed the method. Instead of a physical Chinatown, influence began flowing in more subtle ways.
Yes.
Scholarships for Jamaican students to study in China, equipment donations to hospitals and police departments, free Mandarin classes hosted through Confucius Institutes, training programs for local civil servants. All of this looked generous, and maybe it was, but behind the gifts was a pattern, strategic influence disguised as friendship. And it wasn't always clear who was setting the terms.
Yes.
By 2020, concerns were quietly growing. Media reports hinted at a lack of transparency in Chinese contracts.
Andrew Holness get kicked back. And $1 million. You know, them just get contract for everything China have. The man them control your food where you at the work. Hey, Jamaica, eat that place, you know. Oh, you feel like look like island state. You don't make people run with the supply of your food. That's your life. I remember the man them all have rat in the floor with them said when people are working out of a video and come show you, you know. The man them eat anything but crab, you know. See? The man them come in, them might sell sugar. And when you look metal in a sugar, them sell you. Them carry, me just see them just charge some sugar to you know. Two of them, you know. Where them are import and or it reach at the wall for it clear. But it clear. That means if the sugar clear, anything at all, them clear. Ecstasy, everything. Them are 40th state on a wharf. The man them in there run enterprise and do things around with their food. Yeah? Them are sell their food. Them love gutter eye. Them sell pharmaceutical. Them sell everything. So them just duplicate things and make it look alright. So them are drain Jamaica. Because them are say, hey, I want the stupid ass country this, you know, them mash up for them one thing and them corner shop for buy from us. Because them licky. And chatting of them own vice and that we get. What people them get. Watch out.
Opposition politicians occasionally raised red flags, but nothing stuck.
Them a show my Holland raise red flag and nothing stop.
Government defended the deals as necessary for growth, a win.
So Andrew defend the deal. You see them a great? Them a show it? Him defend it.
Win for both countries. But was it? In several high-profile projects, local contractors complained of being locked out. Jamaican business owners said they were treated like spectators on their own soil.
True, you know. So them Andrew, I be Andrew, some go on with you know. Sell him, I sell out Jamaica completely, you know. Yeah? Continue.
And with more Chinese companies bidding and winning on major tenders, many Jamaicans wondered if the playing field was still fair. Then there was the issue of land. Some infrastructure deals included land leases lasting 50 years or more. In a few cases, Chinese companies were granted use of portlands and industrial zones for extended periods, effectively removing those.
Portland and industrial place for extended. Why they do this? And you see what them are want. Who around the country now think certain places, number one, you can't come in my place to come build a road and gain a contract. The money stays in Jamaica. Because when your money stays, you get a contractor to who, you know, them go learn civil engineer. We should have produced a lot of civil engineer now we can export. We don't need nobody to build the road. Nobody at all. See? If we have build house, build them building road upon the ground. See? We can go build that. Just turn up the thing on the civil engineer. We shouldn't have them in doing this thing. The whole of the money gone out. That's how the country is so broke. Eh? The people them can't get real work, you know. Them get forgot call center, but the Chinese them have the work. Them have all your port by the government. Them have the backside. Them have so much thing it's unbelievable. Them can just come in and move thing. Because when them have the port and ship come in, you know, who check them? Them can't move anything and carry in anything. Eh? Or if you make outside on your port. Eh? But them are joker too, you know.
Assets from national control for decades. Technically, Jamaica still owned the land, but functionally, control was gone, and with the leases buried deep in legal jargon, the average Jamaican had no idea.
They don't have none. Them get tax-free too. You can't get it in a turtle boy, but them give them. The man them never come and live in a ghetto yet. You know, like how some people that go foreign and know them have to struggle for build themselves. Straighten and build themselves. Chinese come in and them live like them a king. Some pedophile and criminal and all, them live like king. Them good. In a Jamaica. Yeah? In the West.
At this point, you start to ask, how much influence is too much? And how did Jamaica, a country that once prided itself on independence, become so dependent?
Ask Andrew on this. Ask Andrew on this, not me.
This wasn't a war. There were no tanks, no coups, no uprisings, just contracts, quiet deals, and debt. Some call it.
Let me tell you this. In the 1800s, you'd have some British going to India, and I saw them get it. I saw them take over India, you know. Get phone up India. Same like what Chinese are do. So we see it happen a big. That time India have around 200 million people. Let me say we can't try it up. Britain, British. May I show you something? India. Yeah? And some people, see that? Let me just remind you now. Private corporation, see that? See that? And this are the queen, see that? The commercial foothold, yeah? Where Queen Elizabeth signed a charter. See, no, I'm not going to this because I up more when things they control this. Now I show you. Now I show you something. See? And remember, you know, all right, so see that? Britain, I don't know, military, no. The bitches conquer India, not through a sudden single royal military invasion, but over nearly 2 centuries of incremental expansion driven by private corporation. See the company there? The English East India Company. See there? They successfully weaponize and political divisions, local economic, are the same thing. So this one, I say I go to China, we know say India did it, UK do it in India, and do it in another place. So them go there and them start by them corporation and them thing that way look. You know, Queen Victoria, she had the head now and them just take over that, and you understand? Them just use some things down there and then them take it over and turn a part of the British colony. You understand? They never go down there with no force or none. You understand? Merchandise. So when we see China do it, it worries some. It troubles some. Yeah? Yes, Pamela, so if we have a lot of civil engineer, why you you feel borrow money from a country and them have to carry them equipment and them workers and carry them material and you give them and then you give them concession for place and then you give them everything, you give them land, you give them all kind of things. You go do what? Why not train up the civil engineer them and give them the same concession, make them build it. Give them it. Give them it. Because Jamaican them. Eh? Yeah. Yeah. No, man, when I do my thing running, yeah, man. You know, don't run us as a learning institution. For over the decades, over the centuries, this is how British go and control India. 1700 to the early 1800, and Queen Victoria, she now, and them, you know, around, and then in a World War I, you notice them have much soldiers to fight. The crown, they have, you know, spread all over the place, all over the world. You understand? All right, continue.
Economic diplomacy. Others call it a form of modern colonialism. Either way, the result is the same. China now plays a significant role in shaping Jamaica's economy, infrastructure, and future.
Yes.
And the people, many are just now waking up to the scope of it all.
When we wake up long time, well, you're right, you say many because we wake up the rest. So before me come play this, we wake up long time, we say everything with them I do. And you can't build a country like that with Andrew tell you one bag of bull crap. I'm be sure my plate where Andrew tell you now say 50,000 people and some underemployed, them now want to work 350. It's over 850,000 people underemployed. When I tell about the unemployment rate and we're full, that is bull crap. A lot of people cannot get the work. China, them have it. Them have the supermarket, them going in a car industry, them have repair vehicle, them take over everything. Them take your food chain where I feed you. That means them can poison you in our own food. I remember say them now clean already pan, you know, pan certain thing. Them sell anything in the food. Anything. No food in a dead for leptospirosis, they never have cooked no food, you know. Already, you know, all kind of things, you know. Yeah. Yeah, man. They say no, some of the civil engineers, personally, them studying at Trinidad, current Jamaica government. I said, you know, oh, okay. Them the one them, but them use Chinese. Continue.
Because one day a generation of Jamaicans may find themselves living in prefab homes built by foreign hands, commuting on.
Them are doing it right now. Prefab home, Andrew just buy them from China, I mean. This is shoot before it. Jamaica one day find themselves by prefab home built by Chinese hand. Andrew just I mean. And I give them now. Yes, he it's not joke. Him just I mean. Him them carry $900 and him carry around 3,000. Prefab home. Them rich. And when them get a hurricane test, A papa hurricane test, when I remember my word, them then I stand the test of time. Me not ask them. Yeah? Prefab home cannot stand the test of time for some hurricane where I knock right now. Never. Continue.
Toll roads managed from overseas and shopping in stores where every label is printed in another language, and they'll call it normal. The silent hand doesn't break the door down, it just waits until no one's watching. Then it turns the lock. So now you know how it started, the roads, the loans, the quiet handshakes. But that was just the surface, because in episode 2 we're digging into the part they really don't want to talk about, the land, who owns it, who controls it, and what it means when a country leases away key pieces of itself for 50 years or more, just to settle a debt. They called it development, but when you read the fine print it starts to look a lot more like a sale. Episode 2, Land for Loan. Did Jamaica sell itself? Watch it right now by clicking the box on.
Yeah, land for loan. Yeah, land for loan. But let me show you the next thing now with the work part, because I'll continue this, you know. Yeah? Play this.
Construction site, and you might wonder, what's with all the Chinese? Step onto a Jamaican construction site, and you might wonder, what's with all the Chinese workers? These boots on the ground, part of China's foray into the Caribbean, bringing with it Chinese loans, but also friction. These are the beginnings of a much-needed children's hospital, a gift from China, but one with strings attached. It's their contractor, up to 50% their workers, leaving many in the local industry cut out. At sites across Jamaica, it's often like that, except it's usually a loan, a big one.
So they're doing a number of buildings looking very similar to that one.
That has engineer Carvel Stewart speaking out.
You're saying China essentially loaned money to itself to do work in another country?
Well, that's what it did, because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbour Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads and do the projects.
The people who build the road and do it.
But you hear this? So them lend you and them tell you the beneficiary who are the China company. Eh? Not my word. Not my word. And this right. So them lend you, play it back.
China essentially loaned money to itself to do work in another country?
Well, that's what it did, because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbour Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads and do the projects.
The people who build the road and do the project.
While the infrastructure is needed, the added debt, he says, is not, especially if China's investment doesn't improve the economy in the long run.
We will be seeking funds to repay those loans later on, without having had the opportunity for the economy to earn from those funds.
Yeah, they never earn from the funds, them right. Remember, them not giving the money, go tell them and lend the loan. Them send the man, them go work, so you don't get nothing. Them say the money gone back, but the truth is the money never come. It does come on a piece of paper in your head. It never leave in the first place. The billions never come and go in at the bank of Jamaica, but it pay nobody. Then the payment, that means them keep it. Them going to tell you that in your head, it's just an idea. And send them workers. Remember them workers and forget pay. So them have how much people, 1.4 billion. Them send out them workers like this, and then you owe them. So it's a way them say, you know, so them people are biggie that are booby at them. And you have some people back this. More than back here, people make them get real job now, we can make real money, and the money circulate. Because remember, if me come from East Kingston, and you have enough come from West and North and South, and yes. And if me at work, me have to spend money when me get my pay in my place. So you have corner shop, you have bar, you have this, you have pharmacy, you have everything. So the money circulates. Now, when the money not come to Jamaica, what you think of? What you think of? You think this can build the country? Them is like you send farm worker go work in overseas, but overseas people are paid them. But at the same way, them that send for them worker now come work overseas, Jamaica borrow the money, but them sign it like them I get the money and Jamaica government don't get that money. Them keep the money. Them make them workers go, and like the workers get paid, so we send it back. Then we give them what they want to it, you know. Them. Our people can go and give them. But the Jamaican people don't get forward, the government get forward the money and do what they do. China do that. That means the money don't come to Jamaica. The money stay there. Yeah? And when it stay there, so you when the work finish, you owe them billions of dollars. Them get work, your people them not get no work. But your people them when I get no work, because taxpayers money paid. Them have to pay that. Them not Holness. Taxpayers money. So although you never get no work and the money leave, the money never come in the country, you know end up owing China how much billions. With tax. With taxes. And then we make it worse. Them a bulldozer, Andrew, a bulldozer, what people them and call them squatter, but you get Chinese free land. 70 an acre, 700 an acre. How much you give them free land to build them Chinese city and do them thing. That come with package. So all the worker, them, the nurse, and think, why not give them free land? Why not give the police them free land? Why you bulldozer people have for the land for if you can't take it to Chinese? Them have done them have work too. So for the government collect 2.8 billion in taxes after the hotel them. I see them Jamaican affair work in there. Yeah? That the government get taxes. Because them get taxes out of the people their money, plus the hotel pay them the tax. But if the hotel have no worker, or the government did not get taxed in the first place. But them can't get the land here, bulldozer them off a land. But the Chinese, them live comfortable. And by the way, them are spy in the US and in Canada. Because them are thinking if a war break out now. Remember, you know, over where go on over there, you know. Then they get warning, don't touch certain place around there, so because if they touch it, they touch US. So war can't look out anytime. And Chinese, so them want that place around there. And them get warning, don't touch it. Yeah? And Chinese say, from the in the last year before them that flying and give a trouble over that place. See? From England, give it up. Chinese say, I feel them one personally. I remember I twitch, you know. See? Yes. You understand? So this is how I go and round there, so. So you can't have them in your backyard. You can't have them in upon your land. If US are not them, you know, remember them for not Jamaica too, you know. Because Jamaica too, you know, little vastness. And by the way, them know the Chinese have spy in Jamaica. We not ask. We know. Because them come with police station and them think they have spy in Canada. Canada for root them out and America for root them out. You can Google it, you know, look. Them all have them one police station. Secret police station. In a people place. This all them have no respect. Right? I monitor them people, I monitor what and what. So we know Jamaica is a free-handed place. Them good. Them live better off than Jamaica in them place. Nobody no bulldozer. Them have the houses for value millions. Them lock down the place. And at that them send them for doing, you know. Lock it down. We get them get the wharf. Them have the one down St. Anderson too. Oh yeah, St. Anderson, them have that too. Them have all kind of things down there, you know. I lock down, you know. Of course. See, and the Andrew on the sun. And I'm telling about this is bullshit. Train up the people, them make them do the work. Give them proper job. And them a drive on the road and them for fix the road. Them for come to Canada. And she said, Canada no use them bag of white man, you know. Them use the stone them and we see we have them. Like grab them dark stone. And that them use. And when them roll that it's settled, water can go between it. And them use to white man more like cement. And when them have to cut the road, them have cut it out. It don't smash up like that. And then when them pave that one, hey, does the stone them alone, it's firm, much less. See? This is bull crap. Continue.
To understand who wins and who loses, we're hitting the road. Jamaica borrowed $700 million to have a Chinese state-owned firm build this toll highway. 1,000 Chinese were imported to do the work alongside Jamaicans. It's also the first pillar we see of China's strategic plan.
Strategic plan, yes, Bolo. So them bring 1,000 workers. Instead of 1,000 Jamaicans, make owe the money. Continue. You can't cut them.
Outlet for their labor. And it's hard for Jamaica to say no to China. A country full of dilapidated roads and a government too broke to fix them all. So locals hustle to collect money to pay for cement and do the work themselves.
It's important how we do it.
To put it in perspective, we're heading to meet one of Jamaica's most senior statesmen.
Ambassador.
Morning. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much. Very good.
You know, pick up for Chinese at Bernard List. A film son, the judge got prison, you know, Bernard List, right? Richard.
To meet you.
Richard Bernal was Jamaica's ambassador to Washington, now runs a global center at its main university.
I know there are cases in other developing countries where they bring in a lot of their own workers. But in this case, the numbers are relatively small. And
Not small, Limatel.
And they have been reducing over time.
He dismisses concerns over who's doing the work when you consider what Jamaica is getting with the loans.
Yeah. Let me tell you again, if you look on IMF, Bolo, you look on the contributors, them are IMF. China, they are third. China, IMF too, you know. No people never know, because they say America, you know. IMF, no. Are the countries they make up in the world and put their money, for their money, them are lending you. So we have America. America will have like 17.4% or 16.17%. And then you have Japan and China, them nearly tied. Second and third. And then who again are fourth? Who are fourth? Germany. And they have Dubai, you have France, you have UK. So it's true you want who? The world of them in IMF. A country money when they get for borrow. So China make money when you see IMF loan. China IMF too, you know. The man them for know this, you know, because them think America own IMF, no. You know, see, most of the time when you have the person that run IMF, you see them come from all over the place. Eh? All right, continue.
One, the terms are quite generous, long repayment periods, low interest. Secondly, the Chinese are very competitive in carrying out these construction projects. And thirdly, what you find is that it comes with less conditionality than Western aid.
Yeah, where my talk is bullshit. This is Richard Bernard, a film son. The youth they take the file for with our weed. Yeah, and the judge they send the youth and what have you, and them have a prison the judge. When you look up the case. A film son, Richard Bernard this. Bernard, yeah man. He might chat bullshit.
But in return for its money, China is looking for influence and opportunity. And that is all about location.
So this is Little Goat Island?
Yes, it is.
Goat Island sits directly north of the strategically critical Panama Canal.
Yes.
And this is where the
All that China didn't want, you know. We have to ease them off of this. China look for where they want set up. To take over your place.
Jamaican government agreed to allow the Chinese to build a huge port.
This is where they want to build a port.
But when Ingrid Parchment heard about it, she knew it had to be stopped.
I thought, why are we giving away one of our major resources to somebody because they have an idea? Why aren't we protecting for us what we need?
She leads a group responsible for coastal conservation.
What was it that concerned you in particular?
I think the idea that they were going to be leveling the island, removing all of the trees, which is habitat for birds, and also the mangroves in particular, which are where the baby fish and crabs grow. We'd also have been doing a lot of dredging. And the dredging would mean that all of the seagrass, all of that lovely starfish you saw coming, etc., all of that would be lost as well.
But not everyone had a problem.
I think there are mixed responses. Persons thought there's opportunity for employment. Others thought
And
maybe they would be...
Never hear that, they want to get no employment, so you know. You see, ongo think Jamaica think about them kind of the way they
Their boats to carry material back and forth.
Jamaica struggles with that mix, and few places better illustrate that than here, the Alpart mine. Another pillar for China is access to the Caribbean's resources. This mine lay dormant for years, but China needs aluminum, and the bauxite they process here is a key ingredient. When Chinese conglomerate Jisco bought it, they got that access, and the community got jobs.
Do you know anybody who worked at the mine?
My aunt is a chef.
We depend on the mine. That's what we depend on. We don't have no other source inside the plant.
But the mine's reopening also brought...
No, it depends on how you're running out. Them Barbados buy from IMF. Barbados, no. A corrupted country get poorer. I know people buy them bank loan and pay it back to you, I'm going to tell you, say, you look at China. Hey, let me ask you something now. Pamela, how much country buy from IMF and IMF sees them off and take land and then put people for work and everything? Me tell you who they in IMF, Me tell you already. Yeah? Me not talk like we have a corrupted country. Yeah? Because them buy from World Bank, IMF, them always borrow. You have other country borrow and bill. You think Singapore never borrow money? Go take it. You have country borrow from IMF and bill. Yeah? You Google and look how much country in the IMF. Because them think say America and America run it. No. They say China, IMF too. All these countries IMF, the first world country then. Yeah? But as I tell you before, when you have some work this country, them borrow the money and them use the corruption make country move. Corruption. Yeah? No two ways about corruption. Yeah. You understand? But here it is, practice to get rid of IMF. But in what IMF, but what IMF for them do them that force, for him do some things where him now go one. But when Michael has 63% where Andrew that try to get the other day. See? So you have to really read up on that, But me gonna ask again. Yeah? So different from the Cold War, where them squeeze Michael, man, them the good. No, I'm telling you now, we have a plane, we have a train, we have a ferry. We road them never stay so. We have school open, everything open, the hospital them pretty and nice. And you hear Michael as a struggle. Allow me to tell me if allow me to come and live to it, See, the place never stay like how it stay right now. You understand? Never. So IMF, you know what IMF do? You know what IMF do the other day when Andrew them go borrow and couldn't and default, right? Mama P go on her knees and Peter Phillips and them creep. And you Andrew, but we set back. Because what IMF tell them, I'm never play that. IMF say if you stop spend more than what you collect, and that is not a bad idea. You stop spend more than what you collect from your taxes. You understand? And that's the truth. Yeah? You're gonna collect, you spend more money than what you collect. Are a thief because of that them do. Mama, you have to balance your budget, you have to balance your book. You know, see what Andrew do? Andrew unbalance the book, because Andrew come in and give themselves nearly 200% for not doing no work. Then tell like where's the police one bag of money to try to capture these people, and then the people them about them now make nothing. You know, see what Andrew do? No country can run like when I run, man. Andrew do get just for hide money. Look on this.
Problems. Last month, it shut down for an upgrade, pushing many back out to unemployment. But not before Jamaica's environmental regulator issued 16 enforcement orders against Jisco.
Yeah, there. They might let go, they might do and then burn all about this. Yeah, there.
The source of the problem? This vast residue disposal area. It was blamed for causing serious environmental and human health issues in the neighboring community.
Actually, a mile from the mud lake, and it's really disturbing me.
Are you worried for the kids like this?
Of course, 100% worried.
When the dust blow, sometimes it rash up our skin and all of that.
These are legitimate concerns, but they aren't new ones, says Ambassador Bernal.
I'm not saying they haven't broken some laws, but guess what? The residue from bauxite plants have been here since they were established 50 years ago.
Yeah. Since they established 50 years ago. What they do them since they established 50 years ago. You hear him?
Canadians and American firms.
So if Jamaicans are concerned, he argues, they should take it up with their own government. Which is what Ingrid's group did. They pushed back against the government and won. Plans for the port on Goat Island? Cancelled.
One of the things we were fearful of is that if you allowed for this, then what next?
China did ultimately build Caribbean ports, just not in Jamaica.
I think the big thing is trade.
China analyst Scott McDonald is writing a book all about it. He's even got the title, The New Cold War in the Caribbean.
Is the U.S. and China definitely have marked out a new competitiveness, a rivalry, if you want, that does look like a Cold War in some aspects?
A Cold War, man, a Cold War. Me not ask them, because me study wars and them thing there, So you see, them just want to build up on it, that's why them want to go to Thailand and build up port, what kind of things. Put the old people them in a danger. You understand? Balance of payment situation. Yeah, the evaluate. But mom, tell you the truth. In the 70s, what just look for a figure with dollar now. We did that, look for the valuation of the dollar now. Well, $1 like $1.20. Remember that $1 the strong, dollar for dollar, $1.20, $1.30. Remember, I see I got devalue that dollar and put it up 5 to 1, you know. Yeah, that time in 1983. And that never even the back with the 160 to 1 right now. Because we're not producing nothing. The people them are robbed. See how them tear down the place. Yeah, them tear down the place. So the devaluation what we are talking about. Look here. How much was the bus fare? You go school, 2 cents. How much the big people? 10 cents. How much you have bread? How much you have bun? Mrs. Bun with them I said now 13 cents feet, you know. These things that we remember, rice, flour. Well, we used to get bag of rice and bag of flour and bag of sugar. We good. My father built school and everything, and my father teach a trade. See? Yes. So we have things. But not never expensive like this. Even back in the Siaga time, when them start carrying like grotto bread and them thing there, 30 cents. It's cheaper than that to go at 30. Never a dollar. Dollar can't buy enough things. Enough things. Now the whole of these things gone. So when we are talking now, we really compare back some things where I say about now we really are going to so. And that's the truth. You understand, Andrew? I'm going to show you something.
It's right in their backyard. This is the American backyard.
This allows China to make a poke at the United States in its soft underbelly, if you want.
The U.S. has warned Caribbean countries about taking on too much debt from China.
Does debt mean that you are much more than just indebted on an economic level, that you are in part owned by China?
I wouldn't go to say that you're owned, but perhaps China has a leverage.
China has enough sway that Jamaica's Prime Minister just visited Beijing, but soon after announced a pause in any new borrowing, shifting more towards...
Milford, you know, sir, where you ask me, I agree with that. You know, I agree with that. Remember 1995, we go IMF, 1963. Patterson leave IMF 1995. So all them always when a Patterson leave it. So the JLP them catch it and do what them do with it. When man they have it, them use it for well. You know what I want, there's a Cold War I want, so you know what I want. But Siago, refugee place, Patterson balance it and leave IMF. Patterson leave 14 years after them go take up IMF and them again go do it. And then bring in IMF. So me can't tell you this. Yeah? So when I live without IMF and do everything and do everything else without IMF. And them care back IMF. So when somebody say, boy, the IMF I do this, me say IMF for you for balance your book. IMF will tell you, say no, but all your country run like this and give some advice and things. IMF now bring in nobody work and give and take away your land and take away your wife and take away all these things. It's bad for your country. It's bad. Because the same thing where you give them, make them take away. You remember? Yeah, a weak government to mash up this. Remember say abuse and Andrew them go back to IMF, you know. Yeah? We government mash up the place. See, Barbados, they can't draw down money anytime she tell you and say, IMF, she in a good standing. She don't need it, no, but she need it, she can't draw it down. So if you balance your place, see, when you have Andrew Wheatley, look at the money them what they must bring. You know much business people never see the money yet. Him can't even tell where I'm getting money from. Eh? And of them they run government. When you look to one of them extra rich, them turn billionaire. So all them up here for IMF bill. And then the Chinese go and pantapy it. It will not happen. Not for now. And of them go back to IMF.
Public and private investment. Jamaicans are now among more than 4 billion people globally touched by China's involvement beyond its own borders.
All right, so we have 8 point something billion people in the world. Half of that China touch right now. I remember him touch the right side because China, IMF itself. Let me show you the countries them contribute to the IMF. Let me show you something. The 10 top country in the IMF. Google the 10 top country in the IMF and show me. 10 top countries. IMF. Number one, we're contributing IMF. Contribute. Look at this. Let me just show the 10 can cut, but tell us, let me move this. This is the 10, I remember 100 country, but them I put the most money. So you see with them, where them are by percentage, United States now 50%. So they like them own it or whatever. One who can remember a country money will not get for barrel, you know. So China look on the 2 ways. China and IMF. United States, dry it up. Kind of people don't know this. See the rank them here? 10 largest IMF members, contributors, and them contribute to IMF. United States are 17.42%. Japan 6.47. China 6.40. Germany 5.59. France 4.02. United Kingdom, they are number 6. Italy, India, all in that 3 IMF, they make money, you know. Russia 3, you know. And Brazil. So when you get money for borrow from IMF, I feed the money I get for borrow. And when them get back the money, it's split up. Because if you have a bigger share, you get a piece, a bigger food, this and a man, they get this. So the whole of them make billions. So when you work IMF, at them you work. No people even know say China and Russia and them things they are part of them are IMF too. Them things say America, you know, and them own IMF. No, a country come together and lend them money. And they might get it back with interest. But China have that and them have the Road and Belt Initiative too. I think we might touch the next part of the country, but them come with a different thing. So the whole of this is where the country them agree to. Jamaica part of IMF, you know. That's why you get money for barrel, you know. But these are the country put them bigger bulk of money where you use, where you get for borrow. No people never realize that them always do them research still. So China are the third country that's in IMF. Before UK and before them thing, but them not the top 10. Me show you the 10, bro. No, them not the top 5 too. 1, 2, 3. America, Japan, China. And then you see the rest of the country. So the same IMF. But as I said before, first time we leave the IMF, the first time I go IMF at 63. About studying. First time we leave the IMF is 1995. So I don't think about IMF. Those are 100 them take you back. Them cabinet they take you back to IMF. 2009 get money 2010. 14 years after. Yeah. You understand? You know, say, Peter, let me tell you the truth, you know. Me hear people have said, boy, that 2 billion where France have and France do this to them from when them win or whatever. Let me tell you this. And the same corruption mash up France too. And the same corruption mash up Burkina Faso, because them assassinate more than one leader. So about IMF, you see them I look a blame for go on, and about France neither, you know. Because you have Papa that can be with that, them they are criminal like Andrew Cabinet, wicked criminal. Andrew them are wicked criminal right now. Them cabinet. You got right now, the man them will shut up over there, pay a court, pay this, pay a thief, pay a can. Same thing we happen in Jamaica right now. But that's thing because Cuba might not have certain little things, but look how them economy run. Eh? If you look on Cayman, when I have nothing, resources. Yeah. China will come in condition. I know about them take back their money. The same funds and keep it and take your things and spread for them people. Them get the best things and then your people them suffer. But the same people who are suffer them have to pay the tax to pay them back with interest. And that have a problem. You understand? Them take your work, so you don't have no good work. Your people in a call center, you have much, you go to school, you have much master, you still can't get a job. But you look, them get the beach, them never come and live in a ghetto yet. Them not talk to you like them just, and them are eyes. If war start, them can't stay there long. That's why them don't want to go to Thailand. You know? You can't make them have port. Nothing will come in right now where it's unbelievable. It's there. Yeah, you get a foothold in the West. We don't hold them up with gun. I better, yeah, of course. Milford, I better Nancy style. But not for our people don't know that, you know, because they just come and say IMF. At America, you know, China, IMF too. It's a group of countries come together. And this me have a country and my country go down. And so you get the money, but they go have to pay them back their money. And feed them money, including China and Japan and the whole of them. It go around. See? So them come up with that and come up with them can't lend their money. But China have something else to touch them. You understand? So right now we lose everything. Even when people are saying IMF in the 70s. Go look on the money. Just Google and tell me what the money value in a 73 and 74 and 75. Look on the dollar. Yeah, even a Sierra time and peg it to 5 to 1. So you need to go back to the 70s. So although they must say 70s bad, go look for Andrew watch at 160 to 1 or 160. And we don't have no train, no plane, and we don't have no ferry. The whole away show us them locked down. The whole away, hey, by the way, back in the 70s, who never look on the park or them nice with some nice flowers and everything. The park them have, you know, the little swing gate them where you swing go in. You just push it, go, it's sure. It have a little thing that they make. You know that gate where you swing go in the park? In the park, them are always nice. We have them at Rockfort. So we have some little park where you can just go sit down and rest. And you have people who are working at that. So it's always grassy and the flowers them always look good and you can go sit in your park and nice and relax. And we have a lot of them park there. But have them. See, but post office them around. Not never that long, you know. She never start coming, but the place where them come in. Google Jamaica struggle right now. I'm gonna Google it and show. I'm gonna Google it and show. Look, I like showing the things, you know, and I look fine. Because sometimes in the night I look for them things. Let me look on this. Jamaica struggle. 1984. Jamaica struggle. 1984. Let me do this. Yeah. Yeah, that's New York Times come up. Take it and read it. See that? Let me try to talk phone now. Let me say let me do it so phone now. Just put Jamaica struggle 1984 and you see it come up. That come up. See that? And this is when Sierra got stung the place. And see that remember documented, it's safe. See that? This is when I got stung the place. And it show you, when them start married grocery and everything, it show you everything, see that? 1980, it's there. It's online. It's too close. Just Google it, man. Just Google it, brother. See? When them are married things, this is when them ox the place, lock down hospital, lay off a bag of people, can they get rid of JRS from 83? Some ox the place and then fail. So them have to take it to GDP where they go 263 or more. When them take it over in 1989. And by 1992, when Mandy Sikkim stepped down, and from 92, Patterson came in and get him one mandate, and by 95, in a Panfim watch him leave IMF. Andrew them go for IMF, them and those, and them fail to pay back them thing and run up the thing. See? You understand? And that's there. Them can go look on it. So when them attack, you can remember everything documented. You know? We not had nothing. See? I'm going to show you what I'm going in Jamaica now before I play that one here. I'm going to show you what I'm going in Jamaica. But it's there, you know. I tell you where you can remember, Andrew, them can go manipulate that. It print pan them there, and it's online now. So it's there, online archive. You can go and put it and you see where I'm going if you never remember. It's right there. And you look by 83 and look by 85 to the New York Times and it show you. Read about Jamaica. So who want to change up, them want to change up, can't do it. See? Can't do it. Yeah? Let me show you what I want in Jamaica right now. Let me show you something. I'm going to play it. Hear this. Want to hear about this? Hear this.
Cost of living continues to put pressures on households across Jamaica. But as prices rise, there's another dimension of inflation hitting consumers, shrinkflation, where some products get smaller while prices remain the same. Here's Deidre Thomas.
Have you ever opened your favorite biscuit pack only to realize there are fewer biscuits inside? Same price, less product. Maybe the chips don't fill the bag the way they used to, or the juice box seems smaller but somehow costs more.
It's called shrinkflation, a cost-saving measure where companies reduce the size or amount of a product but keep the price the same. Consumers end up paying more for less.
Consumers say the differences are becoming harder to ignore, especially at a time when household budgets are already under pressure.
Angela said, no pressure, prosperity, according to Holness. You see what them do? So they must shrink down the thing, but you have to pay more for it. Or more.
By a party, the filling is not enough. Like what I'm used to, certain beverages, of course, and even the regular box food. Everybody are cut back one piece of chickens.
It's a double full effect. You're paying more for less.
Yeah, man. What are the top, man? What are the companies, man? Blessing them tins and them cans and them things, them bottles.
So, you see, hold on there. You see what people in my face now? Not my word and Holness. So you see a thing, you get the thing, but people have said that squeeze that toothpaste now. That never happened. That never happened. You see them like talk about the 70s. None of these things never happen. We get things by the cents. Cents. Bus fare a cents. Not a dollar. But man, they did cents. How much the bus fare now? How much you going to taxi? One the club, what, 250, around $200 now? Just to go look at one place, around 180, they might charge like $200. That, enough man now get that free appear. You get the money there, big money you have in the 70s. Me now ask you. You have big money. Where you get them money there, you can't spend them money there, man. You can't buy furniture, you can't buy things, man. See? Continue. $200. All right. A cents for bus fare take so long for move. So when I say, the 70, it's bullshit. No road never, I'm going to show you some things that 70s too, I'm going to show him say my chat foolishness. I'm like going to my archive and drop something and show him. My talk garbage. We leak to it. Can't tell me nothing. Continue.
The Consumer Affairs Commission says the ongoing war in the Middle East is pushing up global costs and
she does consumer affair. You know, realize them have a ceasefire right there, so. From last week, that week before. They may fire off two look at things, but they aren't going war in the Middle East. Come on now.
Straining supply chains, forcing some manufacturers to adjust to product size.
Yeah, this. Chat about products and them thing there. Like, them thing that come from Iran and Israel, so it push up the whole manufacture chain. Them that talk about the high man. Them the free up. So, nobody talk about supply chain and everything. I even make the thing there.
Prices as a way of managing expenses.
Manufacturers taking the stance to say, all right, we still want consumers to make these purchases. Wow. So what we're going to do is either reduce the size or reduce the weight of the product so consumers can still feel comfortable making such purchases.
The CAC has uncovered evidence of shrinkflation locally.
A small tin of tuna used to be 170 grams. It is now at 142 grams.
170. And now gone down to 142 grams. But you still pay the money.
I believe condensed milk has also reduced. There was some, confusion recently, not this year, but a couple years back. It used to be 392 grams. When our officers went out into the market, we noticed they were picking up sizes such as 385 and 390. At that point, we had contacted the distributor, and they said it was a test. They were testing different sizes, but the prices had remained the same. And now, for the last couple months, up to this year, it has settled at 385 grams. With what they initially stated was the price is not changed, so the price has now increased because of global disruptions.
So why you cut down, why you gone? No, you charge more. You raise the thing, but you know just raise it for the people, and you cut it down in half. So they have to buy 2 a day. So they we up more money that you cut down the product. And them are paying way more. Because them are paying more for the thing. And like you cut it and you drop the price. The price up there. I pass it and then you cut it down. This is not right.
For more than 30 years, Edgar Dworsky, who is from the United States and is the CEO of ConsumerWorld.org, has been on a mission to expose these so-called sneaky practices.
Manufacturers are counting on the fact that shoppers don't pay attention to the net weight of the product or how many sheets on a roll of the paper products they buy.
So can you walk me through a few before and after cases or examples of shrinkflation?
We always used to get ice cream in half-gallon packages, 64 ounces. And then they took a cup out of the package and it became 56 ounces. And after that, they took another cup out and it became 48 ounces. Now here, when you see them stacked one on top of another, you can certainly see the difference. But when you're in the store and you don't have them side by side, could you really tell that you lost time?
At the end of the day, it is the consumers who bear the impact of these changes. For context, in most countries like Jamaica, the law does not ban shrinkflation. However, Ms. Halstead points to the Consumer Protection Act, the primary legislation designed to promote a fair, just and competitive marketplace.
You have advertised a particular product to be a particular weight, and this is known to the consumer. When you make that change, it is also fair and just, ethical for you to also announce to the consuming public that this change has occurred.
As part of our inquiry, TVJ News contacted a number of companies amid concerns about possible shrinkflation practices. However, despite our efforts, we did not receive a response.
So this is what I'm doing to the people. Andrew will not see this. But this bad. Jamaica part of the IMF to that, I tell them. Me tell them Trish. Cause them things that Jamaica, no, sister, you know it's good cause them show you, you're part of the learning channel, you're as a sister. Where, some people, like we talk to them in the trenches and them things say are US, and the US own the IMF, so US, the IMF belongs to US, and the US do this, and like the US and then, we own this, a fight, and them are for them thing, and US have them thing. No, them are collect same like US. Jamaica part to man. But Jamaica less percentage. We don't less. So Jamaica contribute to that too. Yes. All of them, they are 100 country, a part of the IMF. So countries come together and put their money, but you see the one them with the bigger one that the 10 put them for the money huge. You know, when it comes to these things. So they might get a bigger pay. See the 191 countries. Right. See that? At the IMF. That's true. You understand? That's why you can get money for borrow. But most of the country get money. Remember, if you borrow money, you have to pay it back. But that no means that the whole of the money go to US because the US no. We show the 10 largest country, but a 191 country. Now, at part of the IMF. You see me I say? But where China do, you know, want to borrow money and them send them workers. If them send 1,000 workers, that's 1,000 a year worker out of a job. And them not send the money because them deal with, and then them same people out of a job. If them go to a supermarket and buy something tax, so them have to pay back the money. The job what them could have do. And then you'd have less anti-idle hands, but some productive hands, because our people them that get the job to do. It's a simple thing that not true, Trish. Eh? Not true. And then you call our people squatter, Andrew. But them get 700 acre land to go build place. Them get a next so much 50 years concession. Them get this. When look them control off. Do the same thing to Jamaicans. Encourage them. Canada investor, ma'am. You're right. In fact, you understand? Not true, sister. Yeah, they're not an investor. Them are more like a parasite on the place. They take over place. I remember, you know, when Britain give back sovereignty to the country, they were side of them. Wait name again, that one there. Them want it, you know. Because them say for them one, you know. You see? What the country for do, you know, but that's why I respect Mandley, you know. Because them say self-reliance. You not train up your people then. We learn skill too. See? You train up your people then to do the job. So you have to depend upon them. So the money circulate and go to the country. See? Yeah, you can carry in them of people there like Jamaica not do it. And then buy up weapon of mass destruction taxpayers money to kill the youth them. And then say the woman them to come get pregnant more because them have less. When you kill out the young people, them not tell lie. And I please do not sell our country for run, sir. But when you want both, you can't get them the chicken. The reason why I want to leave them because hungry, I want to can buy them out and get the vote. Every other country train up them people, yeah, to do something, right? You now train them up. Every 1,000 child, look how far them have come from and come get job and them have place to sleep. None of them never sleep when I get to them have good bed. Them build them own things. You know, hey, let me ask you, any one of them who not take taxi, who never say any one of them man from no taxi, ching on chong chong, and come take on a taxi or bus and sit on side down, you know, and them they buy the thousands, more than 200,000. Them have them vehicle, them have everything. And them have the spy work on the west. We never not ask. Them girl, Andrew, them give them bill, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. That wired, that bug. We know it bug. So if I want to block out now, what do you think them going to do? Is that place, them look, why do you think them they want to go to Thailand? Why do you think them they want it? They want to build up for them thing and do, you remember them like build thing under secrecy. Them they're very close to US. And by the way, if I want to block out now, remember this. Yeah, 52 bomber gonna fly over Jamaica and drop. Yeah. Him call the youth them now. China now get no traffic ticket now. Well, let me ask you something, Turkey boy. When you see them come a traffic court, them couldn't so perfect, you know. When you see them on the hospital, anyone I want to see them out the local hospital, call them nothing, you know. And a human being, they must sick. Because they have them own doctor, have them own hospital. May I try to show you. When you see them at the hospital, when you keep on the show, whenever see them coming up and support, you know, come buy a buckle and everything. Because you buy from them straight, you know. Yeah? After the place them close up, when you see them in the street, come sit down, we do not play 2 domino or something. If you learn the culture, when you not see them at all, don't it? Them live like a first-class citizen at the place. Eh? Your job. Them get your job and you don't feel nothing about it. You are the scrapper. Eh? When you look now, them in every industry, the government not buy them and say no, it can't work. You might allow them. Because them can't get for wash money through them. Because them corrupted, you know. Them corrupted. Them not nice, them corrupted. Them do it in Africa, you know. And I see Africa rebel more them too, you know. Them have some place in Africa like them just grow back the food and send it to them. Them have wharf, them build a thing, then them see something. You think of something that good? Or me if I borrow money from you and then you have to send the one of your workers. Never give me, and then me turn around and have to pay you back with interest. And then give you free land and give you access to everything and give you my wife and everything. You'd have to be a jackass doing these things. And you think there's a good government doing this? Yeah. Andrew, I played fire, of course, I played with the dragon. Yeah. Right now, allow Chinese government to put arms in Jamaica. Yeah, man. No, US, no, but Trish, me and you know, say, if it come to a war and break out, right now, yeah, we know, say, US now around for fly the B-52 and drop a couple of the days they cut them down with the pandemic. Yeah? This is a takeover. And we know that we're not stupid. And we are make them know. We are make them know up front. Japan, Chinese don't support the music. Japanese are different people, you know. Japanese support everything what we're doing, you know. As a matter of fact, them love reggae music more than anything else. The amount of money them spend, them used to stay in Jamaica enough. Them come about dance. Listen, Japanese coming like our family. Me I tell you this. Them married to enough Jamaican too, you know. First year. Yeah. No, them pull no for the club in Africa, you know. Them pull no fighting about some African place start beat them out now. And that me I tell you, some African now start rush them. Can we see African give them some whip and give them some things and got them that hey, them try a lot of things in Africa. Can them building and do the same thing in Africa, you know. And I see them have a museum with them show some African kid and I show the ear and I show you what them resemble I put up here in the museum. It's there, you can go look on it. Yeah. Yes. So them now, Andrew, I call our people squatter. Go around and a pop down. No time. Me never, all right, listen. Mr. Chinese are push our people so for them see. Them lock it off. Me have something here so it all get to the upset. I'm not play it. Me never take it off a plate today, but I'm not play it. Yeah. See it?
Chinese themselves extracting, digging, destroying, finishing the heritage of Marcus Garvey and the Jamaican people. Government, this is what you want. Andrew Holness, this is what you want. Parliament, this is what you want. Everybody bragging and talking about the pardon that Marcus Garvey get from the US government. See that? A foreign government, a US government doing more for Marcus Garvey than the Jamaican government. See that? That's a Chinese man proudly doing what he's told to do. Extract, destroy Jamaica, take everything from us. This is it. This is it, people. Yeah. See that? Can you witness the destruction of heritage? Can you witness the desecration of history?
That about the river there were Marcus Garvey, with them say Marcus Garvey. Yes. You know, yeah.
Chinese themselves.
Roaring River. The Roaring River, you know, the head.
Destroying, finishing the heritage of Marcus Garvey and the Jamaican people.
Roaring River. Them say there's a Marcus Garvey used to go, you know, you got use and everything, and them have it. Them black off our river, them do everything. So them are built up. Yeah? Chinese box some little girl in about money, you know. And when you look, no police don't go lock up the Chinese woman, you know? School girl, you know. See the PR too, you know. When you look sharp, them are people are work, and when you look see box don't I want they go in a court and say they must them say if you pay the woman 50,000, they say no. She was an interpreter, 5,000 she a girl. And the judge say, you pay, she not pay. The judge, I go start, because that's going to be a ghetto youth. In Ghana prison in Fene. See? But yes, the Japanese, them support you like 100%. Yeah. Me know most of them are, listen, most of them, Andrew does. Most of them coming like some little spies and them thing. Remember, you know, Chinese, you know, them look a warm move, I said them for on the earth. Me I tell you this. Yeah. You understand? And them want them they like 590 miles away from US mainland. So them feel good when you have Jamaica do this, you know. Them feel good. But I can tell them never feel a bomb drop in Jamaica yet. And I can tell you, US will drop bomb there. Because they're not going to make them stay and make a launch from Deso to go do sabotage and anything in upon mainland. You know, and then they will have a family that. So if I want them, this is garbage. If you build a place, you cannot borrow money. Me never see bank lend your money and send a bag of work and you have to give them the work. You know borrow it. Why doing it with Chinese? Them no better up. Chinese are build city right now. If you go look on it, it fall down. Them build bridge, it fall down. So you can't just say, hey, and them are build enough thing them build over there for how long, you know? That's collapse. Eh? This is garbage. This is 100% garbage. And then you're talking about Trisha, some people are saying, but let me tell them this. When it comes to international affairs, I will not give up what me born and grow in the West. For China. They're not like black people. Me not ask, we see it. See? I'm not that fucking notice them not integrate neither. You see it with their own eye. Yeah? So them do what them do. You understand? Them do what them do. No, but I see what's thing for them. See? Oh, you borrow $2 billion or $1 billion. And when you look at Chinese have the money. Them not give you. Them build the road. Them build this. You give them the say them win. Them just keep the money and pay who them a pay. One little crapper. When them take two little Jamaican. But I feel them engineer and them have the most money. Then the same people have to turn around now and pay them back with interest. And then them have to get a part of the stake with them own. Plus you have to give them free land. And you give them 50-year concession. What kind of deal that? That can't be, me can't borrow money and me writing a them deal here. Eh? Me have to be an extra dunce back, but I will not do that. Eh? Well, this one are not ordinary dunce back, man. See? That name take over. You know, have to use a gun. Chinese master of it take over third world country, especially the black one them. And master it with ease. You know, have a fire bullet. Because the leader them were criminal. Hey, them thing I throw me off, you know. You understand? Them a throw me off. See? Them know them in the country, them a get the information, you know. Yeah. Yeah. You understand? This bad. It's bad. Bad to bad. US and allies will help Jamaica. Yeah, of course. Bad to bad. You know, that's why you know something that. But for Jamaica now, you know, in there, you know, them have to blaze some fire. So bad to bad, some of our own people that forget the Coast Guard. But you know, but what Chinese are doing, to them not integrate, it even look better. Remember those say it is even better for them because when them do them isolate and build them one city, you know. So bad to bad, you will then near and get some effect, but to them build them one city, US get a better chance. Because them not integrate themselves between nothing, you know. When them lock the store them, you know, see them again till a man and you will come spend money. You will come spend money. Right? Them carrying, all right. Remember play something here, so. Remember play something here, so them carrying sugar. No, you know, remember, you know. You're not supposed to have beat, no, you're supposed to get licensed and do your thing, right? Remember play something with them does too. And then charge 2 of them. And it now we're gonna win either, you know. Now play this. Let me play something with them does too.
Jamaica, a country that people think is.
Well, I'm gonna play something with Chinese does too. See, let me say fight this.
Nationals have been arrested for the illegal importation of sugar. Details in this report. Police at a supermarket in Luana, St. Elizabeth, sometime after 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, not to make a purchase, but a bust of several packages of brown sugar illegally imported from Guyana. The intelligence-driven operation was carried out by a team from the National Compliance and Regulatory Authority and the Area 3 Agricultural Protection Branch. Sergeant Destroy Holness is team lead.
Brown sugar with brand name Demerara, which is a product from Guyana. Seeing these brown sugars on the shelf, owners of this establishment, which are Chinese national, were informed by members of the sugar industry authorities that no permit has been granted for such importation or sale of this brown sugar.
The Chinese nationals were subsequently arrested and charged with breaches of the
Show them face.
Control Act. They've been granted station bail and are to appear in the parish court in Balaclava on June 22. The operation follows a comprehensive island-wide inspection of sugar inventories being carried out by the National Compliance and Regulatory Authority. It comes after confirmation that batches of brown sugar produced by Pan Caribbean Sugar Company have been contaminated. In the meantime, this warning.
We believe that there are several other businesses out there who are selling this brand of brown sugar. When you're caught, will be prosecuted.
You see, for them talk not gonna wear now. You notice? Up to TVG Folly. You kept somebody. All them import this, all it come through the wharf. That means gun, cocaine, everything can come through the wharf. All Chinese get this up with pan shelf and I sell with people. Them can sell a dog mess in a bag and mix it up. Them a sell sugar when you look at metal in the sugar. The brethren will test it and see the metal and other people test it. Wait though. Them come there. Where them do? Where the people them there? How much people get locked up for it? Too much Chinese. Make it was Jamaica and them go to prison. Yeah? You arrest 2 Chinese, see that, and you not show them face. Them have God Almighty. You will show them face. You show handcuff on 2 people and so we don't know who. Oh, but you protect them for. Eh? That be you know show them face and let them go, you know. You ever say anybody get arrested and get to you to get arrested and them do this and not show them face? Eh? It Trish? You see what them do? This is the last week, you know. Right? Them not show them face. Them carrying them import sugar. Eh? Them import sugar, you know. See? Them not have no license, but them have it to sell. That mean them carry anything. That means the war for them control any gun, bullet, anything can come in. And then, by the way, them have fake pharmaceutical, fake everything, and it come through the wharf. Them have 48% stake in the wharf. Yeah? I saw it around now. You arrest 2 guys who have that. You know, lock it down. You know, show them face and tell with them name. You show them body. Show them body. This is not good for Jamaica. Remember, you know, if this is your pitney or something, you see them. Eh? 49%. 50% half and half, you know. Them nearly own that. You flick it to 51 and get 2% of them around it. See? Or them reach that them get with things for 49% stake in this. Eh? Money I make off of that, them I make money too. So them alone I make money. And you know what I see the other day? One people at Jamaica, some guy film it out of 6 Mile and put them up about, oh, I just have a car, the car line long. These people do not build those brands of car. And when I take on the car and put on a life after when I buy the food, I want a life that double jeopardy in our hand with them people there. Nobody knows so crazy, you know. You know what is what US say? Them now going to the foreign affairs building go chat because them know it wired. Smart people not take what them a eat and put in a these people on. You keep it in your people on. So them people can wipe you out anytime. Japanese, our friend, Japanese support with music, them buy everything. With artists, with everything. Yeah. You understand? But this is where Andrew Holness them are doing, you know, to the people, them, you know, and I brainwash them. Yeah, and call them squatter. Chinese in them have no paper to backside and them a live big. The people, them have them car, them have everything, you know. See there? 2017, them did want him bill. I the people them the court against it. Them did want a Chinatown. So them never put it, but them act like them have Chinatown. Where you look, Kruger, last year, a year before, me see them have dragon around up and down in a Jamaica have them independence. And when you look, Kruger run them in that, but them did that. Listen me, you know what we independence stand for. You know, putting other people for both independence from there and with dragon are running them. We and them get independence, man. Me can't believe them do that, you know. No government don't want to do that. You know, do that. The people them not integrate neither, them separate. And that's scary. I remember you know chat them language, them take a name, you know them wholesale. Una Paul, them a John, them a Peter. But when them talk about you know a Chinese name them neither, you know. Only way you hear them name are like if them go court, they hear them call them right name. Yeah, buy something and them a chat say, you don't know what them a chat say. Eh? This bad. Me give them this fast. I want to listen to Andrew Holness pan this here, so. Right? I want to listen to Andrew Holness pan this. But I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. Right, so. Hear this.
It's also been the largest recipient of Chinese investments in the Caribbean. How has that experience worked out for you?
China's been very good to Jamaica, and China's been a very good infrastructure development partner. We benefited from Chinese investment and Chinese loans, particularly during the period of time when there was a global...
We benefit from what? Something we have here back, we benefit from it? You hear him?
Global recession, 2008 to 2010. And we use that to support the development of infrastructure, particularly our highways. And that...
In 2010, you use it to develop highway? You couldn't even pay back your loan on this. So hear this.
That has been an economic boom for us. But
China being an economic boom for us when I have no money. For them, film cabinet. For them, himself for us, for them, him attack, him and Andrew Wheatley, then the 200 them. And the rest, Muma come and them. No, not for Jamaica. Economic boom. Wait, let me ask you, Turtle Boy, you say economic boom in Jamaica? If you have an economic boom, you have to go about $6.5 billion, you can't tell me this, you know? Let me go and listen. Let me hear this.
In terms of our debt profile, Chinese debt is approximately about 4% of Jamaica's overall debt. What we encourage is greater investment from China, and we're seeing...
He want more investment! And him said the debt. But China, if China spend 2 billion, then I get the money 2 billion. 2 billion at 160 to 1 equal what? $320 billion plus interest. So you said them country can never pay them back. But you said the debt what we have now are like when we turn it in for them money, like our money. We are talking like 2.3 trillion. Roll that in a debt we have. So 4%, 4.5% at 2.3 trillion. 4% of 1 trillion are 40 billion, you know. 40 and 40, 80 billion. And 4.5. So that around we have around, let me see this. 4.5%. 4.5%, you say? 4%. You have something else, 4.5. You have a 4.5% that I work out to like 103.5 billion. But we owe them more than that. If a 2 billion US and spend it are equal to like 320 billion plus the interest. So it couldn't be 4%, it's bigger than that. So 4% are less than the money with them spend. It's less than the money with them spend. Because we debt right now over $2 trillion, you know. Jamaican money, 2.3. See? So we owe more than that. We might say no make no sense. It can't be 4.5%. It cannot. See? But here more and more investment to that means more give more than and more thing. Me not tell the same for go away. Me not tell the same for go, man. Hear this.
That in many areas, particularly in infrastructure, construction particularly.
One of your ministers.
You want them to come put more in infrastructure and construction. You understand? Yeah, man. China want to see them, they want to go to Thailand, them they want to build something out there, no, man. Because them want when them can sneak in and put things, them have, I think in a sentence there, so the backside thing, aluminum or something, them have that one thing that you know. Somewhere down there, say, you know. Yeah. Them travel at night too, man, and them have submarine. So them like sneak in and them thing. That's why them they want to go to Thailand. You understand? This is garbage, you know.
Said that some of those investments and loans came at a time when the U.S. was busy doing other stuff.
Yeah, I think the U.S., there's always the fear of Chinese influence in the region. But a large part of that is the attention the United States pays to its backyard, pays to the countries that are part of its third border.
Do you think the wars that we have ongoing right now are distracting the U.S. focus from the region?
I think that the United States has great bandwidth. I think it has to be. It's a global superpower. So it's really a matter of where it sees its strategic interest and how it sees its third border, the Caribbean, as strategic in its.
So that me want to know, Melford. He must say investment and he must take, I give them concession and I give them free land and I give them everything what they want. If you do a run over a road, remember in a road, you have to repair road after that time, it have a life. And now Chinese are building the road, they make sure they must support Jamaica. When we look how them build the road over here, sir, the kind of stone with them use, like the grey one, I'm going to take some, me shown already. When the man them run upon that, make them drive the biggest set of thing and it no move. Snow come, everything is no move. And so when they put like a line upon it now, it's so firm. You know things them have to cut it. With the big saw, cut it. Then when they put on a first pavement upon it, it make it worse. Steady, not easy to move. And it breathe, you know, the road breathe. We have water and then put in the drainage, but water can go through it. And do you see it like that? Pretty and nice. And when them just a boom and put on an next layer upon it, remember, I got through the whole thing, you know, 4 seasons, you know. See? 2.3 Jamaica dollars. Yes, yeah, that them owe you, man. See? You understand? Yeah. That time in a yen, 2.3, that time in a billion in a yen. Yeah, okay. See? So this China lend us 2 billion, I invest over 2 billion US. And if a 2 billion, you talk about like, check it at 160 to 1, you talk about $320 billion. So it's going to be 4% when you look on that to the 2.3, it can 4% at 4.5% in go back in a debt. Then you have to give them back the principal plus the interest. So it can be for, maybe just want to talk quick for you. $1 trillion, 10% a trillion, 10% is 100 billion. 100 billion. If it's a 4.5, it will be 45 billion. 4.5 there so. And we have 2 trillion. I break it down fast, you know. We have 2 trillion. That means 4.5, 45 and 45 are 90 billion. You see that? And then when you break down the 300 billion at 2.3, so they're about 300 billion. So 100 billion, it'll be 4.5 4.5 billion. 4.5 billion and 4.5 billion. That's what? That's 9 billion. Plus the next 4.5. That's 13.5. And you add that from the 90. Where you get? Now 103.5 billion. So you might tell me that I just so but the thing that what them have is more than that. Is 320 billion if them spend 2 billion US. And then you put interest on that, so we could now owe them for it will come up to 4.5% our debt. Can we debt are like 2.3 trillion. So it's more than that. Enough time more. The money where we owe them already, the principal much less. When you put the thing upon that, it's more than that. So we matter about more than 4. You see it? Yes. And you hear me more and them put more and them come invest more and put more in the thing. Come out of our face. And I'm very mixed up, you know. Very mixed up on chat bull. I remember play this. Yeah. That interest, but you have to give them back their money. You have to give them back their money. Every work it have for them money. He said, no, that them owe. That them owe. But you have to pay. You know, those man does are interest, you know. He might get back his money with interest. Yeah? Can you imagine me can borrow 10 billion and then me on the interest alone me pay back? Eh? You understand? We still have money for them. Them down there. Them I get things but we owe them. But owe them, and I stop paying them. We owe them money. Right? More I play something with Andrew where Andrew say so when there. Let me hear this. Hear this.
We're facing with the current Spark program is that we simply just don't have the contracting horsepower to manage all the roads all at once. And
he used the word all at once. You know, same sick in my door. You when just said the call again. Remember, I now come out with power 50 billion. If you ever say, Andrew, 250 million for 1 kilometer road, that means 1 billion for 4 kilometers. 1 billion. 4 kilometer road. When you add up that, you know, we have around 28,000 kilometer road. That alone I add up to like $7 trillion. Yeah. See? 250 million per kilometer. 4 kilometers are 1 billion. So 20 kilometers. 4 kilometers now. 20 kilometers are 5 billion. 5 billion, you know? 5 billion for 20, that's 20. And we have 5 billion. And him spend how much? How much him say him spend? 50. 50 can't fix so much road. You understand? So if we have 25 billion for 20 kilometers, if we push it out 20 kilometers, 25 billion is just a 100 kilometer road. You know? That is less than 100 miles. You know? 100 kilometer, 25 billion. 200 kilometer, that'll be 50 billion. 400 kilometer, it'll be $100 billion. That's 400. We have over 20,000 kilometers. So here when they say the he need one for fix. Remember the 50 can't go away. 50 billion can't go away.
for us to be able to fix all the roads in Jamaica, we need contractors who can work at scale.
At scale.
One of the challenges that we're facing with the current Spark program is that we simply just don't have the contracting horsepower to manage all the roads all at once.
Brother, but you don't have the money to fix all the road at once. Yeah, make himself 2 times one more. May I tell you, same contradict himself all the time. Yeah, may I tell you, Hear this.
Properly, you would be looking at about 120 to 250 million dollars. That is to put to a kilometer of road in Jamaica properly. You would be looking at about 120 to 250 million dollars. That is to put to do a kilometer of road in Jamaica properly. You would be looking at about 120 to 250 million dollars. That is to put in the drains and to put the proper camber and water mains and to give you a really good first world infrastructure. That's what you're looking at on average. So, I mean, if we were to repair, that 21,000 kilometers.
28,000. Don't make him tell you this. 28. 27 enough, that 28,000.
The various standards. You're looking at trillions of dollars. In fact, you'd probably be looking at between $5 to $7 trillion. So in other words, we would need to use the national budget for about 5 years and do nothing else. No school, and that includes a pipeline. No school, no hospital, no police, no security, no pension, no public sector workers' salaries, no social programs.
So I'm going to tell you the next step, it cannot be done. When him say 5 years, can't fix. But yes, still, him say him not have the money for do it. But yes, so him might tell you say him want to fix all of the road then. Hey, look, I'm confusing. Remember, I'm tell you say him not have the money for do it, Yeah, no.
And the government is for us to be able to fix all the roads in Jamaica, we need contractors who can work at scale.
Brother, but you can't fix all of the road because we do not have the money, and that's the truth. You wait too long, everything gone up. You hear him, Mikey? He might tell you how much money to fix the road. How much we, because in Canada around 2.5 million. And it work out to like $200 million. Right? To fix 1 kilometer road, 1 mile. It look longer than the 1 mile. It could be bigger than this in Canada, mile, right? And for them to fix properly, them not fix good. So if you convert it, might a little bit over that. So that come up to ground that are more, right? He might fix road. And he might tell you for this. But yes, he might tell you for fix out the road, he might have more manpower. And he don't have the money. 50 billion cannot fix road if you say that for fix 1 kilometer. Don't make him trick on the people. When him come in a cut ribbon for one little place, for like 20 feet of road and 30 feet of road, this is bullshit. Around 100 feet of road. This don't make no sense. You understand? It don't make no sense. Continue.
One of the challenges that we're facing with the current Spark program is that we simply just don't have the contracting horsepower to manage all the roads all at once. And the government is contemplating how we can support the development of a contractor class in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to put it that way, but how we can develop the contractor capacity in Jamaica. So, to move away from the notion of the contractor as a one-man operation who is engaged on a short-term basis and operating out of their bag, essentially.
So the truth is, you might tell you the problem with them have now. We don't know them have a problem. I think you come with a spark and supposed to spark. No, you say to fix all the road that one, but you don't have this and you don't have that. Train up the youth them. Instead of make police kill them. Train them up. When you train them up, make them sign a contract. So even them they want to go foreign go work, them have to give the country even 5 years. Yeah, you have to work. You get paid now, but you have to do back a service because we train you. We pay for training, so you pay for training. That's how you build the country. So each set you put in, and you can put them out there, train them up. And do that. You never have no Chinese that build a road and anything get bad. You understand? You can get undermined with ease. Better. The way the guy are in a country, and when you look and small, if you have something about you, yeah, when you have your house, that everybody in your place, you just do anything, they undermine you. He left everybody in the country and mashing up the country because Chinese, you keep back, And we have corrupt government like him. That means the country are always in debt. Or China, or IMF, or somebody because the Andrew Holness and I'm in the country. Yeah? Or I'm in the country. And all him do is go on and blame and tell lie and put out things in a paper for people to follow him. This is bull crap. This is bull crap. Now me I tell you a bull crap. And people are watch. Saying, people never get wise up. And by the way, Mr. Peter send me a thing. No, who sent me a thing? Yeah, Peter call me and tell me a thing today. And I tell me about, you know, you have a youth, they were a 13-year-old in Mollis and them thing that I said some people say about big and about music. Listen, no pedophile, we don't promote pedophile, none at all. We no business that how could I make twin. No pedophile 13 and a lie. Where you hear them might come out and attack, that is bullshit. Don't, hey, we people don't support pedophile. Remember you have victim on there. Yeah, you have victim. We can't support against either, you know. You understand? So we don't support pedophile. And who come tell them, remember it's documented too. Read for yourself. Don't follow no foolishness and garbage. Anything 13-year-old and listen, that a pedophilism, we not support that. Yeah? No, you could have music, little more do we have done that too. Because you know, so we talk straight in with the business, you know. Yeah? No pedophile around here. Time for that change. Remember it could have been Fundu Kudata. I remember no 1 and 2, and many. And it's documented. And it's not one time, it's more than one time. So nobody don't come with the foolishness here. Me don't talk. All right, we're there. I'm out later. Bless.
We are beat it till they are my burn. We now make them get in and them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump sum we are beat it till they are my burn. We now make them get in and them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lonesome rise up the bomb and
When people elect the government of a country, it's the servants protect the people of that country, not to put them life in misery. You understand me, Luciano? What else,
Government, stop pressuring the poor.
Oppression.
Politicians, your judgment coming for sure.
Serious
it's a government in your regiment. Stop pressuring the poor.
We can't take it no more, you know.
Politicians, your judgment coming for sure.
Yo, politician with the evilest mission, who know we blame. Too money and power and fame. We're gonna find up the youth there.